Imagine you just left the gym after an hour-long grueling workout, and you remember, I need my protein. Oh yeah, I forgot to stretch. Should I use a massage gun? What's a vibration plate do? Should I avoid carbs? Should I go back and do cardio? Okay, hold on a second. This topic on recovery can get confusing. You could talk to 10 different people and have 10 different answers on the best ways to recover. So the point of this video is to hopefully give you such clear and perfect information that you hit that little save button at the bottom so you can always find this video very easily. If you're familiar with my channel, I like to base my content around evidence and data in the scientific community. So what we're gonna look at today are 4 main topics: protein, stretching, massage, and rest. And stay tuned all the way to the end because I have one additional tip I'm going to throw in here that I think is just more smarter planning around your workouts. So let's get right into this first topic, protein. When it comes to protein, we all know that it's important to have after physical activity. It helps with muscle damage and repair. This isn't anything new to most people, but there are a few important things about consuming protein that can help improve the optimization of recovery and your gains. There is some controversy around how quick you need to consume your protein after a workout. Thankfully, workouts don't go to waste if you don't consume your protein within 20 minutes after your workout. Protein is very well studied. One of those studies compared individuals taking protein shakes before or after their workout. And out of those 2 groups being tested, one group avoided all protein 3 hours before their workouts and consumed their shake right after their workout. Another group had a protein shake right before their workout and didn't consume any additional protein within 3 hours after their workout. These 2 groups saw no difference in fat-free mass, which is basically muscle mass, and no difference in strength gains. So ideally, whatever fits better into your lifestyle is when you should consume that protein. But an additional study looked at individuals who were fasted, so they consumed no protein before their workouts. Both groups in this study were given protein after their workout. But the catch was that one group got their protein right after their workout and the other waited 2 hours for their protein. So there was no difference in strength, but there was a difference when we looked at cross-sectional area in muscle size. The group that consumed protein right away saw an increase of lean body mass of 1.8%, while the group that waited saw a loss of 1.5% of lean body mass. So what exactly does this mean? In my opinion, it seems like if you're doing fasted cardio, you should really try to consume your protein maybe within 30 minutes to an hour after your workout. But if you are consuming protein throughout the day, it doesn't seem to be as big of a concern as long as you're getting the sufficient amount of protein around your workout. But how much protein should you be consuming? These numbers seem to be all over the place. But what if I told you that I combined 49 studies with over 1,800 people to give you the answer to this? Yeah, I wouldn't believe that either. Luckily, there are people that are much smarter than me that did just that. And all I had to do was find their research, and they gave us a very straight up answer here. Protein intakes above roughly 1.6 grams per kilogram a day of body weight don't really contribute to any increases in fat-free mass. So anyone looking at pounds, this would be roughly 0.75 grams per pound of body weight. So for someone like myself at 165 pounds, multiply your body weight by 0.75, I'd be consuming roughly 123 grams of protein per day. So don't stretch yourself too thin worrying about protein intakes. That's my actual segue into the next one. It's on stretching, so all right, let's go right to stretching here. So can stretching improve your recovery? The short answer seems to be mixed. It seems like it can reduce perceived muscle soreness. Data seems to support that, but a randomized controlled trial found that it does not produce clinically important reductions in delayed onset muscle soreness in healthy adults. Stretching might actually be more beneficial than you actually think, especially for those trying to grow muscle. And I found this really interesting, and you might as well. A systematic review looked at stretching leading to hypertrophy and muscle growth, and they found positive results. That's right, people were experiencing muscle growth by stretching. Now, only certain types of stretching have led to muscle hypertrophy, and they require specific parameters. First, you need to be using static stretching. This is our normal type of stretching where we do long holds for an extended period of time, anywhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. The stretching that yields results use some additional outside mechanism of force. Here's an example where it's more of a passive stretch with the hamstring, and then you can see me using a band here. That additional force can lead to that hypertrophy, although you want to make sure you're stretching within safe limits, but you can still experience a quality stimulus. Next, we're gonna look at massage. And massage is not that far from stretching, I don't think, but when we take a look at anyone that's experiencing DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness, the big question behind this is, does massage reduce DOMS? I think it's hard for a study to recreate a way that they can perceive someone's soreness. Of course, you can create a perception scale, but when you're comparing that amongst two different individuals, not everyone will perceive things exactly the same. So that's why I thought this study was awesome. They had individuals do their arm exercises, and within 3 hours after their workouts, they had them get a 10-minute massage. But the catch was that they had them just get one arm massaged. Now this meant that they were able to compare the levels of DOMS to each arm and apply a direct comparison, not person to person. And I thought this was genius. And the conclusion was they were able to reduce DOMS by approximately 30% and reduce swelling. Now that's great, and I think a massage therapist would be a much better option. I know a lot of us can't always afford to get massaged every week or even every month. It's definitely a good option to go with one of these massage guns. It can help. I put a link in the description if anyone wants to check out this one that I have on screen. It wasn't overly expensive, but it is an affiliate link, so if you purchase through there, it does help me out. Part of the reason massage helps, it has to do with the pressure on the muscle. This can help remove inflammatory cytokines released by neutrophils from the muscle and improves the muscle fiber regeneration process. This philosophy can also be applied to foam rollers, which can be good for hard to reach areas like the back, upper shoulders, glutes, and the areas that you can't get with a massage gun. Now lastly, we're gonna take a look at rest, which is one of the most underrated aspects of your health and fitness. Let's first talk about sleep. We should be getting about 7 to 9 hours at night. And what if I told you that some of the reasons you might be struggling to lose weight have to do with the fact that you're not getting enough sleep? Yep, that's right. A study looked at individuals who only slept 5.5 hours a night versus those who slept 8.5 hours a night. The group who only slept 5.5 hours a night did lose weight, but the weight that they lost had a 55% increase in muscle mass loss, not fat. During a calorie deficit during a weight loss phase, it's not uncommon to lose some muscle mass, but this is very far from optimal. And for those trying to build more muscle and have poor sleep, this can disrupt the body's natural HGH, the human growth hormone. This can also increase cortisol levels, which are shown to slow muscle development. But this doesn't only affect those who are attempting to lose weight. Those who are trying to get stronger see negative impacts as well. A systematic review found that inadequate sleep impairs maximum muscle strength in compound movements unless you are overly stimulated with caffeine or have a hype crew behind you kind of getting you amped up. Now, on the other side of this, it's not just about your sleep, it's also about how much rest time you give between training sessions. This will greatly depend upon the style of training you choose. Now, I personally train 5 to 6 days a week, but I mix in specific muscle groups. So that means I could do something like legs on Monday, chest on Tuesday, back on Wednesday, and then back to legs on Friday. However you actually choose to split your workout up, as long as you're not impeding the same muscles that still need recovery. If you train a muscle pretty hard, ideally you should give about 48 hours to 72 hours until you retrain that same muscle group. And data does seem to support the idea if you're still experiencing DOMS, you'll have a reduced ability to max out on lifts. And this is one of the reasons why we don't have athletes train hard during a season, because you need to maximize your strength during a game. Now this doesn't mean we can't do anything for those muscles that we already trained. Active recovery is a great technique to implement. This would be something like hitting a full chest workout on Monday, and then Tuesday hitting 2 or 3 sets of push-ups, maybe with 70% effort. This brings blood and metabolites back to the muscle and can help with the recovery process. And this is another way you can stay active and enjoy the gym without crushing the same muscles. Now, I hinted at the end of this video I was going to have one additional tip, and that is prioritize what's most important to you at the beginning of your workouts. So this is just better planning. It keeps you training more optimally and improves your overall strength and size gains. For weight loss, it's still important to build muscle, and depending on where you are in your lifting journey, prioritization is different depending on each person. Typically, those help with achieving your goals faster. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this content. I'd love to hear your comments below, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good day.